Your brain, it's a fat cat that doesn't want to hunt. It wants someone to drop shortcuts into its bowl. But here's the trick. Shortcuts, they're poison. Like eating sugar instead of protein. It tastes good. It spikes you up, but then you crash. Think of dopamine like a compass, not a toy. If you spin the compass needle with hacks, porn, junk food, endless scrolling, you lose north. You stumble in circles, empty, hollow, no music. But tune that compass with challenge, restriction, discipline, meaningful struggle, and suddenly dopamine becomes a drumbeat. You're alive, you're hunting, you're dancing to your DNA's original song. Respect dopamine, train it, don't abuse it. Restrictions, they're freedom. Imagine a cooking show. When the chef gets told, cook anything you want, they freeze, lost in infinity. But give them 3 weird ingredients, sardines, chocolate, chili peppers. Their brain lights up, creativity erupts. Restriction is not prison, it's a forge. Unlimited possibility, it's depression, apathy, nihilism. Rules create meaning. Like lines on a soccer field, without them, there's no game. Same in life. Impose restrictions and you find freedom. Like tying a river into a channel. It suddenly has power, direct flow. But it's hard. Yeah, that's the point. Hard is the gym for the soul. Hard is the medicine. Hard is the path that builds the muscle of being. When you avoid hard, you get flabby, inside and out. When you embrace it, you turn yourself into a blade, sharpened by friction, forged by fire. Everything humans do is for a feeling. Every move you make is to feel something more or less, that's it. Feelings drive the bus, not logic. Logic is just the polite map that we draw afterward. Resistance, just a feeling, not a wall, not a monster. Just a weather pattern in the nervous system. And weather changes. We live in 2 worlds. Unconscious reality, the raw, messy what is. The idealized model, the filtered, polished what should be. Everyone edits reality through deletion, distortion, generalization. To help someone, you bridge those 2 maps. How? By mirroring and echoing. Their words, their breadcrumbs back into their map. Repeat them, respect them, sincerely. Because sincerity is the difference between hypnosis and manipulation. The most powerful thing someone can hear is their own words repeated back to them. Like an echo in a canyon. That echo bypasses resistance. Why? Because the unconscious recognizes its own voice and relaxes. This is mine. Safe. If you parrot it sincerely, their nervous system leans in. Like a plant towards sunlight. Do it with trickery, they smell the bullshit. They shut down. Mirror their words. Feel them. Mean it. The nervous system has laws. You don't live in reality. You live in filtered perception. What the nervous system creates, it accepts. When you repeat their language, you install new patterns into their circuitry. Like at a party, when you hear your name across the noise, you snap into focus. That's the reticular activating system scanning 24/7 for self-reliance. Use it. People are self-obsessed. That's not a flaw. It's the key. Mirror them and they'll open. They'll self-disclose. They'll hand you the keys to their kingdom. If someone blocks, I don't know. You say, pretend you know, imagine. The unconscious always answers honestly. Not truth, but honestly. Work with that, respect it. Reframe from inside their model. If you defend your frame, you've already lost. Rich people don't prove they're rich. Lions don't prove they're lions. If you're trying to prove, you're already bleeding power. People drop charged words, like coins in their sentences. Words loaded with emotional voltage. Catch them, reflect them. They feel deeply seen. Because you've caught the lightning bolt they didn't even know they threw. Every human wants attention. Not Instagram likes, but genuine presence. The most powerful spell you can cast is paying attention to someone sincerely. When they feel seen, they open. Do this with love. If you fear being caught mirroring, remember, the secret is sincerity. Value them, love them. The fear disappears. Chunk down to the details. Notice their gestures, words, breathing. Chunk up to the big picture. Ask, what does this mean for you? Why does this matter? Chunk across. Link their values across life's domains. Someone says, I hate my job. Chunk up. What do you want instead? They say freedom. Chunk across. Where else in your life do you already feel freedom? Now you pace and lead them into creating more of that. Science says your brain filters reality. NLP says your words unlock maps. Spirit says your energy must be sincere. Karma says if you bullshit people, they feel it and resist you. The consequence of ignoring this, a life of shallow hacks, dopamine abuse, no meaning, endless apathy. The consequence of living this, power, depth, fulfillment, a nervous system tuned like a violin, playing the music your DNA has written to dance to. Listen, you already do this in small ways. When you nod with a friend, when you say, yeah, exactly, and they light up. That's pacing, that's echoing, that's rapport. You always have known this. Now you do it consciously. Do it expansively. With science at your back, sincerity in your heart, and no bullshit energy in your chest. Because if you don't, if you keep chasing hacks and avoiding hard, your nervous system rots, your compass spins. You sink into apathy. That's not just your loss, it's the world's. But if you do, if you respect dopamine, embrace hard, mirror sincerity, pay attention with love, your life changes. Their lives change. You become a force. And here's the truth. You're not your lazy brain. You're the trainer, the blacksmith, the one forging it. So sharpen, forge, echo, respect, love, restrict, struggle, and fucking build.